Okay, let's do this. Yes, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the High Performance Physique podcast. Very, very special episode today. We've not done one of these in a long time. We've got, I wouldn't say a client hot seat, but going to be interviewing my man, Joey Hutchinson here. Client of, God knows, maybe like 14 months or something.
Something like that, yeah. 14 incredible months inside the program, and he's going to be winding down and finishing up in the program, call it a graduation, if you will. And you know what? He's had such an incredible journey. I thought it'd be, I don't know, awesome to interview you.
You
Look back at the good times.
Look back at the good times, you know, maybe tell the listeners a wee bit about why you started, you know, what was the kind of, you know, the trigger points, the fuck this moment of, you know what, it's time to change, or even just dive into bigging me up, you know, telling everyone why the program was so good, why they need to get on it. But I just wanted to take a little moment and just say thanks for coming on, brother. Absolutely amazing to have you with us. And
good to be here.
You know, it's first podcast for you, isn't it?
That is.
Nervous?
A wee bit. Only natural.
It's only I even feel nervous, mate. Normally, like when I do a podcast, I'll like do it on Zoom and it whether just be me or like clients on the other side of it, or you know, just do a voice memo on my phone or something. There's no like production value to it whatsoever. Yeah. So when you're in the hot seat and you got the DSLRs on you, you're like, oh shit.
It's just different to a video call.
It's different to a video call. But yeah, can you, I don't know, tell the listeners a wee bit about yourself? Like what, maybe just to make it simple, what you do for work?
Right.
How old are you? And what your favourite food is?
Favourite food? Oh god. Chicken rice.
Chicken rice.
Is this a test?
Yeah. Right, if you said like pizza, I'd be like, get out.
So I am 24. I work in a shipyard, mechanical fitter. And favourite food? God knows, to be honest. I like a bit of chili. Yeah. Chili's good.
Like a bit of fudge as well, don't you?
I fucking love fudge.
Yeah. What's your favourite type of fudge?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. See the place I buy from, they do so many, it's hard to choose.
Yeah, I like a good bit of fudge as well. It's nice, man. Stan's good chew to it. It's nice.
I'm already told I'm alright.
Ah, no, Christ. But yeah, so recently, obviously, you just wrapped up and you done like a photo shoot. You started off the journey. I think the best thing to do is maybe scale things back to when you initially came on board. Right back to the start.
200 pounds of pure fat.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow. What do you think kind of led you to initially be, you know, out of shape and, you know, can go as surface level or as deep as you want, you know?
Well, you know, I was always into the gym since maybe I was like 18, 19, but I never took it as serious as I could. Never knew as much as I do now. You know what I mean? I was a novice, I guess. But I kind of was getting into it, starting to learn more. And then started a wee diet myself, tried to do it, which was, you know, I was basically putting myself through hell compared to what I went through in the project. You know what I mean? Like just everything I've learned and what I was eating before, and just it's night and day.
What were the kind of meals?
Well, to be fair, I don't think they were that bad. It was still like chicken and rice and stuff like that, but it was like smothered in mayo. It was like I was watching the calories and the protein, but see the fats and the carbs. I was just like, as long as I had the calories and protein, that's it. Yeah. So I must have had like close to 100 grams of fats a day. Try to eat like 1800 calories, and then I take my 200 protein. I'd be wondering why I was so lethargic.
You got like 40 grams of carbs.
Yeah,
literally. Jeez.
I mean, I've never went that low since. So it's like amazing, but yeah. So get into that, lost a wee bit of weight, and then kind of fell away from the gym. Me and my group of pals were going on holiday. Like this was towards the end of 2022. We were planning on going away to Amsterdam. It was all booked and all that. And just kind of, I think due to doing the diet wrong, no energy, just kind of wasn't as disciplined as I am now. But you know, I couldn't push myself to go to the gym, so I just kind of fell away from it. It happens. Me and one of my pals had planned to get back to it after the holiday. You know what I mean? Come back, go away, eat loads of shit as you do.
Especially in Amsterdam, man.
Exactly.
The cookies, the cakes, you're getting high, you're fucking doing what you do.
Aye, so that was the plan, get back to the gym, but I meant to go away middle of December, I think it was, and then towards the end of November, sadly, my mate passed away. So after that, just kind of, things went downhill. It was a slippery slope at that point. So just every single night, me and my mates get together, just sit, not active at all, just sitting, eating shite. And then all the weight I'd lost, just straight away put back on, pure fat, that's it. And then into the new year, back at work and all that, and thought, well, if I'm going to get back to the gym, may as well do it right, do you know what I mean? And I think initially you messaged me.
Yep.
And at that point I was like, well, if I say no to this, you know what I mean, when I'm literally getting it handed to me, when will I do it myself, when will I take the initiative? So that was it, jumped on board and never looked back.
Oh, I love that, man. I appreciate you kind of sharing about, obviously, your mate passing away, and it's a really hard thing to kind of experience and go through. And I think during a moment like that, you don't really know what to turn to. Like some people, it might be drugs or booze or whatever, but sometimes you turn to just food.
It's just comfort eating, isn't it?
Yeah. And then depending on what your kind of circle's habits are, you just kind of all conform together.
Yeah.
And, it's like a comfortable way of dealing with it, I guess, because you can all kind of, it's like a ritual. You meet up, you eat, you fucking relax, you reflect or whatever.
It's the short-term pleasures, isn't it? It's, it feels good at the time, and then the next morning you wake up and you're by yourself, you've not got your mates there, and you're just thinking about it again, and then it's just like, oh, well, let's just get together and do it again. You know what I mean? It's just
rinse, repeat.
Cycle.
Yeah.
But I think, to be fair, it's a bad way of dealing with things, but I think sometimes it's just you need to go through it. Do you know what I mean? You need to go through it. You need to realise what it does to you. And
for sure. Everyone grieves in different ways as well. With something as serious as that, and it gets to a point where you can have a wake up call in your own mind. It's like, I cannot continue doing this. Yeah. And you might think externally, like, would he want me to do this? Would I want me to do this? It's like you go third party for a moment and kind of zoom out and look at how you're living, behaving, thinking, operating across the board, and it's like, right, something needs to change.
Yeah.
And then I was maybe the catalyst. I kind of reached out to you, and the way kind of Instagram goes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's called outbounding. You collect followers, you talk to people, engage with people, and I was like, okay, we'll reach out to Joy, and you were like, yeah, let's do this. And in fact, it's like, I don't even know what was like the real reason, like you wanted to come on board with, let's say, myself over other coaches there could have potentially been, or anything like that.
So
I don't know.
I know. Because you reached out first.
Made the first move. You like the forward. Chess, mate.
That's that. No, well, I don't know. I think with my experience in the gym, actual, in-person personal trainer is not what I was wanting. When I was thinking about it, it was always online coach. A lot of people do it. It's a hard thing to kind of, I'd say excel at. I think, which you've obviously managed to pretty well. You've got what, about 10,000 followers roughly, give or take.
Yeah, 10K.
I
made it, Mom. I've made it.
Them podcasts and that.
Look at us now.
Well, I think just comparing you to other online coaches, I think after joining, and kind of connecting with other coaches that you coach as well, you kind of see that. I don't know if maybe people that you coach have always done that or they've learned from you, but see just the sort of mini meets, live events, stuff like that. It's like there's not many online coaches I've seen doing that. It's more, I suppose, being in the gym, it's more personal trainers that you see, but the attention to clients, you don't, it's kind of, you don't see it from a lot of people, like as in depth as you go. I see with other people in the project, it's like you reach out night or day, you get a reply within majority of the time within like 10-15 minutes, but it's like I know it's like how but with so many clients, but you've always got time for people, obviously that's something you only realise after coming on board, but just being an outsider looking in, just all the stuff that you do, obviously all the results you post, it's I don't know. I think until you're actually in with an online coach, you don't know the full experience.
Yeah.
But from an outsider looking in, you know, it's just kind of...
You can see that as well. Sometimes, like, it might look great on the outside, but when you get in, it's, you know, a pile of mud.
It does that. It goes both ways, that's that.
And I've heard some horror stories, you know, it's like people come on, it's like you get sent this, you know, program with someone else's name on it.
Yeah.
And like some weird diet plan that's been like chat GBT'd or something, and it's like, take this, and it's just no bespoke or anything. But I appreciate those kind of words, because like the culture I'm trying to build inside the program, it's like we're a unit or a team, and it might be an online thing, but I do kind of look at every client that, you know, walks through the doors. If they arrive in a limo, they leave in one. It's like we try really give service is everything to me, and I want to make sure everyone's like seen, heard, and supported and gets what they came for, you know. Like I don't rest easy at night. If someone, like, if I look at my phone and there's like a full WhatsApp, you know, it's like that means someone's sitting there, and that message, you know what it's like, sometimes it might have been messages that I've sent you or vice versa. We've been having a conversation, it's made that like 1% change for that day or for that week, that's just kept you going that little bit through the harder days or the harder weeks, that have maybe allowed you to excel, you know, and keep moving. Because sometimes, you know, you hear these horror stories, it's like, you know, touch base with coach on a Monday, don't hear from him for like a week. That's you know, it's a lot of time.
That is.
Especially if someone's going through a lot of behaviour change, and initially for you, you know, going from 200 plus pounds and getting you to, because we've done one big cut initially, a reverse diet, and another cut as well. So it's like, it's a lot of time, spent to like really get you to a position where, I don't know, the habits, the routines, and mindsets in such a tight spot where we can actually pull something off like that. And, you know, if you could unpack maybe some of the bigger like lessons learned, I don't know, I think that'd be quite a cool thing for people to hear about. Obviously from maybe, you know, joining up to the first, I don't know, couple of months, what did that kind of feel like for you as a client?
Well, I think the biggest learning curve as such for me was, see, the full nutrition side of things. I was going to the gym, you know, I knew how to do all the exercises, I knew that side of it. Obviously didn't know everything to do with rep ranges, you know, what exercises exactly to do, I suppose. Like, I knew what exercise did what, I didn't. But the nutrition side of things, like, it's like I said, when I was dieting down myself, and, you know, it's like 100 grams of fats. When I started with you, I think I was on about 90 grams a day at the very beginning, like the very start, purely just because, you know, I was like so used to eating all that shit. That's that. But cutting down, you know, I think, like, just learning what to eat. And I think even with coming on board and doing that first cutting phase, there's so much I look back at now and I'm like, what the fuck were you doing? Like, why were you? It's like, see, looking back now, I actually can't think about what I was eating, because even I've had people in work saying to me, like, this time round, they're like, you look just so much better than you did last time. Like, you were a zombie last time. And I was like, I definitely was. I feel a lot better, a lot more energy. And I think that was just down to what I was eating. But I can't think of what it was. Like, I don't know if it was, maybe I was just trying to leave room for... Not like but see, like, making wee sort of like low-calorie desserts and all that sort of stuff. Like, I think it's good every once in a while do it, do you know what I mean? But I think looking back, I was trying to do it too often.
Every night became like 500 calories of my diet is going to be saved for this weird thing that I saw on like Instagram or TikTok. Yeah, I've been there before. Yeah. And an interesting thing is, like, see, with every dieting phase, it's like karate. It's like going up in your belts or something. You learn like a certain level of skill, how to diet correctly, how to eat correctly, how to utilize certain foods at certain times, and what makes you feel the best. So anytime you go into a dieting phase going forward, it's almost like, boom, automatic. These are the 10 meals that I eat on rotation. I'm going to stick with this, and like, you really plug it into the lifestyle. And when you know, try what the maybe butcher this quarter phrase, but I don't know, pull wool over your own eyes to be like, I want to factor a wee bit of this in. It tanks your energy. Tanks your health, because you're fueling your body with, like, I don't know, maybe more processed food than you should. And it can be a little bit funny. First time I dieted was fucked. Like, first proper diet was weird, man. Like, too many bagels. You know, too many like hex sausages and stuff like that, and weird like, you know, skinny syrups and all sorts. I was fucked at the end of that. Well fucked. I digress a wee bit. So one thing I kind of want to unpack here, you know, you had skin in the game when it came to training. You know how to train, and a lot of people, would you think, oh, it's like they only need a coach if they're really in a bad spot. They don't know how to train, don't know how to eat, don't know how to do this. But you already knew how to do that. You know, you knew how to train. So once we took care of the diet, on top of that, what do you think was maybe some of the more positive, let's say, like lifestyle mindset changes? Because like, see, when you talk about discipline, I think that's one thing me and you've spoke about massively over the last, you know, year and a half. And it's like, you don't really teach discipline to someone. You just allow them to, you kind of coach them on it, maybe with the mindset, or you say certain things or do certain things. But what was like a big shift for you on like really like zoning in? Because like, you know, Joey, first 6 months to 6 months onwards, like that kind of chapter, it was like a bit of a game changer, you know, because you started really building momentum. You started, you know, you're on social media for fitness and stuff recently, and that's really cool, really inspiring to see, document your own stuff. But what's kind of been like a big shift for you identity wise? Do you feel like, I don't know, like a big mindset change has happened or something?
Definitely. I think when you get into the routine of like a good training routine, good nutrition, it's like you feel great. You're not eating shit. You're not bloated all the time. You know what I mean? If you're eating like loads of processed foods and all that, inevitably you end up bloated. You know, probably don't feel as energetic as you would if you're eating just like, I don't know, a little better foods, cleaner foods. But I think it was just like when you get into that routine and you're like, I feel great right now. I don't want to go back to how I was before. I don't want to go back to like, you know, like I don't drink anymore. That's a big one for me.
How long's that been? You've been sober?
I think I cut it out pretty much like when I joined the project, and then
really,
yeah. But then I think I had maybe like one night, just had a couple of drinks, nothing too serious. We didn't get, you know.
Is that when you went away to like the lodge or something with your
No,
mates?
it was before that. It was, in fact, was it? It may have been. I'm not too sure actually, but it was about that time anyway. But yeah, I think it's just, you know, you wake up, you're hungover, and then for me that would just be a day of sitting eating loads of junk food, and I don't leave my bed really. But
yeah.
And then I say it feels good at the time, but a hangover never feels good. But
no.
You know, just sitting, you know, doing nothing, eating all the junk food, that side of it feels good. But then it's like you look back at your day and you're like, what have I actually done? You know what I mean? You just feel so unproductive and just overall don't feel great. So I think I'd never, getting into an actual good routine, I'd never want to go back to something like that. And just a huge, as I said, lots of like mindset changing, how I look at things. Like, I don't know, like there's so many things to think of that, like as to how I used to be compared to how I am now, and it's like, in terms of like what time I go to my bed and get up at, I'd lie in bed for hours, you know, scrolling on my phone, or I'd stay up all night playing the computer or whatever it might be, and then don't get me wrong, I still enjoy, you know, sitting, you know, scrolling on my phone, playing computer or whatever it might be, but
it's a little bit less than maybe the 3-4 hours or something it might have been in the past.
A lot more controlled now than it used to be, and I don't let it interfere with like my sleep routine or anything else I've got to get done. Do you know what I mean? So I think like I used to always sleep in till like midday and all that. Now I'm like, I hate sleeping in. Like,
yeah, you're up early as well now.
Yeah,
like consistently.
It's difficult now with back shifts, because I know it's not as bad as like trying to swap sleeping routines as being night shift, but still, like, if I'm not going to my bed until 1:30, 2 in the morning, and then come the weekend I'm trying to like go to my bed at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's my body's in the routine of going to sleep like a good 4 hours later. But
I want to actually ask, see, obviously, let's say day shift, night shift. What's a normal day shift hour? Like working, start when, finish when?
Start at 7 in the morning, finish at 4:30.
Okay, then a back shift, a night shift.
Back shift. We are well, we differ from the usual times. We start and finish an hour later, so we start at 3 and finish at 12:30.
Cool. So, for any like shift workers out there, what is your strategy for those days, like food wise, for let's say nailing your nutrition for these 2 different days that you would have to work? What changes for you?
In terms of meals, nothing changes. That stays the same.
Good.
Just obviously the times I eat them at. Well, maybe to a certain extent. I don't know. So if I'm day shift, I'll get up about 5:30, get ready, leave about 6, into work. I don't eat anything until like my first tea break at 9:30, and I'll just have like overnight oats, the usual for me.
I love oats, don't you?
They're unbelievable.
The oat king.
That's it. Just change the protein powder. Completely different meal.
Bomb.
Unreal. But have that, and then at lunch about 12:30, well, obviously it depends if I'm trying to lose a bit of weight or bulking up, but at the minute lunch is just a wee bit of chicken, a wee bit of sweet potatoes, a wee bit of cheese, and then go home. If I'm bulking up a wee bit, I've got the calories, I'll have a wee snack before the gym, go to the gym, home, have my dinner. Back shift, usually get up about 9, 9:30, so I'm still eating roughly the same time, do you know what I mean? Overnight oats again, and then go down to the gym, back, have my lunch, the same again, about 12:30, 1 o'clock before I go to into work, and then I get my like dinner break at about 6 o'clock. But it's just the same meals.
So one of the reasons I actually asked that is because like one question a lot of guys have when they potentially come on board the program's like, but I work these mad shifts, and it's very similar to what you say.
Yeah.
But it's just funny when you had such an incredible result. It's like, yeah, nothing changes. I still just tick the fucking boxes. I still just do what I'm told to essentially do from a macronutrient profile. And the training, like, you just fit it in.
It's just the time you train at it. That's the only thing that changes.
And it doesn't really... See, once you've got that first out of the way, nothing... It could be fucking 4 in the morning or it could be 10 at night.
I think, obviously, the time that you do everything, that changes, right? But see if, it's going to sound weird, right? But see if, like, just like time didn't exist, right? And
I get exactly what you're about to say.
So whether you're getting up at like 7 in the morning, you're going to eat, you're going to go to the gym, come home, if you're back shift or whatever, and then you're going to go to your work, come home and sleep. But then if you are day shift, depending how early you get up, you might even just do the same and like go to the gym before work. But you're still going to get up. You still got the same amount of time in the day. You've still got the same amount of meals to eat. You're going to eat them not at the same times, but the same amount of time into your day, I guess.
It's called standards.
Yeah.
You develop these standards and you uphold them to your best responsibility because, like, if I pull these levers, I will get X result. And if I stay with it, I'm going to, get the change I'm now looking for. A lot of people, are too conditional.
Yeah.
So if something changes, it's out with what their favourite day of the week would be, which is normally like a Saturday or Sunday where there's all freedom. It's like a harder thing to navigate. They fuck it. They throw the kitchen sink at it and they're like, I can't do this. And that, I think that's one of the biggest drivers of people failing in a journey. It's like, I work these shifts, so they put these self-limiting beliefs in ourselves, saying I can't do it because of this. But for you, did that even become like a thought process, or was it like, I'm just going to get this done no matter what?
It's just I'm just going to get it done. That's it. It's like I've done day shift, I've done back shift, I've done night shift, and for every shift you find a way to work around it. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, you have the same meals. Everything's just at a different time. Nothing really changes apart from the time you do things at. It's I don't know. I'm sure if I scroll back in our chat, I'm sure I've got a photo when I was on night shift last year, and we went in and my supervisor like treated everyone like a Domino's, and I was obviously on my diet at the time, and I'm just sat there with my yogurt and granola, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Smelling slices of pizza, like.
No.
I respect that, man. I respect that because like a crazy thing, even just thinking about when you came on board initially, you looked super tired.
Yeah.
I remember our first call. I think you were still in work.
I just finished.
You had
It
your
was in
overalls
between-
on or something.
because it was in between work and night classes at the time.
Yeah, and you just look, maybe because of night class, but you just look shattered. You know, bags under your eyes, puffy face. You had like a proper circle moon face.
I don't think it was a puffy face. I think it was just a fat face, to be honest.
Fat face, moon face, whatever. But like, you got this fucking jawline now. You're pretty cut, pretty jacked as well, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I love seeing it with our guys in the program, especially like yourself. They've done this big life change to an extent, and you know, you're lean, healthy. You just look 10 times better. But it's like mentally and, you know, I don't know, personally, just feel better as well.
Yeah, overall,
Which has been brilliant to see. And I don't know, like, has that impacted other areas of your life with, let's say, I don't know, family, relationships, friends? I don't know, if you kind of, you know, the quote, a rising tide raises all ships. Would you say because you've gotten better, like other things have gotten better?
Definitely. I think, see, just when you feel better, you just have like, I don't know, you just have a different outlook on everything, I guess. And obviously if you've got more energy, you're up for doing more things and whatever. It's like, I think for me, before, we just, obviously when you're eating so much shit, it's just, you like you said, you feel tired, you don't look great.
Eat like a bin, feel like a bin.
Well, pretty much. But I think just getting into that routine and just, you feel better overall. It changes every aspect of your life in terms of like, just, I think with how you feel, that is how you let that affect how you look at things. Like, see if I'm happy, right? I'm like, if I'm just happy, I'm in a good mood overall, and I don't know, someone it's hard to think of an example, but
Maybe cuts you off in the car.
yeah, you're driving along, someone cuts you off, right? You're happy, you know what I mean? They're just driving along, you just be like, oh, well, it happens, you know what I mean? But then you're in a bad mood, you're angry, something like that happens, you're on that horn, you're
Road
shouting out
rage,
the window.
Mate, so true. Like one of my favorite quotes, and it probably relate to you right now, but the world is not how it is, it's how you are.
Yeah.
And it's like your perception of any situation, no matter you're up, down, left, purple, blue, whatever it may be, is like, if you're in a good spot, everything else will, you know, be on the same frequency as you, because you're putting those, I know it sounds cheesy, but good vibes out. You really are. Like, after you've slayed a savage workout and you're coming out of a sick pump, not really much else that can throw you off in that day.
It is not.
Really not. And, you know, the pump is the cure. It seriously is. Massive proponent in that. And when you're disciplined with that and you know what elevates your state and gets you in a solid, you know, state of mind, for example, just play that fucking, just run that play every day. Run that play. That's the reason I train pretty much every single day.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be annoying things that happen every day in life, but if you're in a fucking good mood about it, you focus on it. It's like just a little thing.
Exactly. That's that.
Yeah, no, just a little thing.
Yeah.
But what would you say to, let's say, someone's maybe on the fence about working with us as a program, you know, and you know they maybe work these shifts and they do X and they do Y and they don't know if it's right for them. What would you say to maybe someone like yourself at the start, like another guy?
Well, I think if you're on the fence to begin with, you obviously want to do it. So, what is stopping you? And if you're saying it is like is it right for me if I do all these different shifts, all that sort of stuff? But if they don't know what they're doing or how to work about it, you know, like how many guys have you worked with or girls have you worked with that do night shift, back shift, day, whatever shift it might be, and you know, you work together with them to find how they can work around it. It's like everyone's busy, everyone has things to do, but at the same time, everyone has that wee bit of time to just go out that way. It doesn't take long. Do you know what I mean? It takes as long as you make it take.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't have to be, oh, I need to go in and do like 2 hours in the gym and all that sort of stuff. I've got to spend like an hour every single night cooking. No, you don't. You just, you know, I mean, you can be in and out of the gym in like 45 minutes, an hour. Do you know what I mean? There's things you can do to speed things up, supersets or whatever it might be. You know, and just meal prep. Like, it's not. I think a lot of people overcomplicate it, and that's why I went down the route of starting like a fitness page, because for me looking back, I'm like, there's so many things I was doing wrong. Do you know what I mean? And if I was doing them right, I'd probably be in a much better spot now. So I may as well, post things that like I've done wrong or I've learned from, or things that I do now. And it's like such a simple thing. It's like, see, for like meal prepping for me, it's literally just the Sunday I make my overnight oats for like my working week, and then I just cook like a kilo pack of chicken at a time, fire it in the fridge, and then take it out as I need it. It's
Do you use like things like microwave rice or?
If I'm having rice, it'll be the microwave rice. But I think a big one for me, I get into like through that cutting phase, is wraps. Oh my god! Honestly, the amount of wraps I ate is mental. It's every single meal apart from breakfast. It was like 3 or 4 wraps a day sometimes.
Wraps are good, man.
They are
Fucking
good.
love a big wrap. Loads of veggies,
Unreal.
good quality chicken, bit of sauce or something.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's a wrap. I actually made a training recently, like an educational training, and it was about helping busy guys, manage their food. Wraps were one of the fucking meals because it's virtually
so
seconds to make a wrap.
Seconds to make and seconds to eat.
Yeah.
It's like,
Good nutrition. It fills you up.
You can just eat it on the go. You don't have to get cutlery out and all that.
Yeah. Simple.
It's so easy.
Caveman. Just eat it with your fucking hands,
That's that.
Which is class. Nah, amazing, man. And we're kind of where you're at right now. What actually is kind of next for you? Where you kind of heading? Where's your mind at? Where do you want to take your health and fitness journey? Because it's such a wide fucking world, man, when it comes to health and fitness. Like, you see the way I train, I do a wee bit of everything.
Yeah.
I love a wee bit of everything because it's fun to me,
Yeah.
But where do you want to take things, brother?
Honestly, mate, I'm not 100% sure, and I think that's the beauty of it in a way, because, like, see, for example, obviously you're saying you were training with Bex earlier on today, right? See the video you put up, and that was like, you're doing like cleaning jucks and all that sort of stuff. Like, I was watching that and I was like, I could give that a go. Do you know what I mean? It's like you see things, it's like you don't have to have a set thing you want to do. Like, obviously you've got to have a goal in mind, something you're going to work towards, but you can deviate from that slightly. So I could still do my training, work towards my goals, but if I've got a wee bit of time at the end of a session, or I've got a rest day, I can just go down and just try something new or whatever. And something that I used to always want to get into was see calisthenics.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. See like the stuff people can do. I think it's just mental.
Yeah, like the slow muscle ups of like.
Aye, and it's just like
a body's a mechanical lever almost.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
I think stuff like that is just mental. It's like I'd love to be able to do it, but it's like that is like years of hard work. Do you know what I mean? So I think like that alone's like a big goal, but I wouldn't want that to be like my sole focus.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still achievable whilst working on other things.
So a bit the way I look at it, it's like all about play.
Yeah.
I play a lot in the gym, whether it be with kettlebells or barbells or like holding barbells in here and like doing weird squat patterns, or trying to train with my shoes off and like feel how my feet feel while I'm doing certain movements.
Socks on, I hope not bare feet.
No, not bare feet.
Yeah,
that's a bit weird, man.
Yeah,
but I think having like your baseline. I think a lot of these guys you see online or whatever, they've all got the base of bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is like started everything. So no matter who you are, everyone's got a bodybuilding goal without saying they've got a bodybuilding goal.
100%.
So I just want to get leaner and get a bit bigger. It's like, oh, so you got a bodybuilding goal. You want to build your body.
Oh, that is that.
It's always based upon bodybuilding. But see, if you have that and you've got now skin in the game from years of training and tightening up in your physique and developing it, that's your new baseline, which is like a really incredible thing to have. And you couldn't see if you just even maintained your diet and trained twice a week now, you still look the same.
Yeah.
If nothing changed, But now you've got this kind of opportunity to play and like really find what the next level is for you. And I think what you said, it's like there is no, next big step. It's you fuck about and find out.
Just wing it.
See what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's the amazing thing with fitness. There's no, you don't want to put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
See too many people marry themselves to maybe bodybuilding or CrossFit, or it's like they live by the sword, die by the sword. But if you want to approach it the way you want. And it's a really cool place to operate from, and get more strings to your bow, I would say. you know, which is awesome.
Yeah. I think it's there's just like too many things, like, you know, it's like overwhelming to a certain extent, like,
Yeah.
but I think if you just have like the one thing that you know for a fact that you want to do and you stick to that, you can just pick up anything like on the side, and then if you pick that up and you're like, oh, do you know what, I actually prefer this, and then you just go down that route.
Yeah.
It's like things change. You don't have to, it's not like when you set a goal you're like, I have to do that before I go into something else. It's like
No, I think that's a good place to kind of be, because cutting and bulking's fun. It's always going to be a part of the process. You know, higher food, lower food, more cardio, this more.
Yeah.
But now if you can utilize that mechanism, which is how to change your physique from like a body comp perspective, but then lean into more performance-based stuff, maybe mobility, calisthenics, you know, maybe do a marathon one day or something. Like these are things that are always conscious in my mind. Like, am I pushing the body's human potential here? Without getting too fucked up, because I'm, you know, a bag of injuries at this point in my career, but I still like exploring on that front and not ever, you know, say, no, this is me, I have to stick to this 100%, you know. But I'm interested, obviously you kicked off your social media for, you know, your fitness journey and stuff. What was was there any apprehension before that? Like, what will he think? What will she think? Anything, any ego that was holding you back from doing it prior to when you did, or?
See, if you asked me that question like a year ago, right when I started, I'd be like, I'm never doing that.
Yeah.
There's not a chance I'll ever do that. And, you know, I'd see a lot of people with fitness accounts, I'd be like, fair play to you, I'll never do that. But, you know, here I am a year down the line. And I just think when you get into it, like, you feel, you know, you feel good about yourself. I don't know how to say it. I think there's always going to be doubts. You know, you're always going to think, well, what are they going to think? What are they going to think? But you just need to get to a point where you're like, I don't care. And I think that's the point I'm at now. Like, see, like, I work in a shipyard, right? The environment in there, people just get ripped into everyone. You know what I mean?
It's like just
you
fucking
give
lads
it
everywhere, you know.
That's it. And it's
old
like,
boys that just smoking fags for fucking.
Exactly. And you know, when I first started in there, I knew that's what it was going to be like, right? But you know, maybe you don't expect it to the extent that you get it, right? But you know, you got to be able to take it. It's, you know what you're getting into.
Give it and take it.
Exactly. And it's just,
You know?
and at the end of the day, it's a bit of fun, and it's like, it gets you through the day. So, but now I'm just at a point where I'm like, you know, say what you like. It's like everyone's got their hobbies. Everyone's into different things. If you're gonna slag someone for what they're into and like what they get up to in their spare time,
especially if it's self-development, like betting, like documenting nutrition, trying to actually help other people through your own actions. Like, some people are into weird shit. You know,
there's definitely worse.
A lot of worse things that you could slag people off for, you know. But it's kind of reminds me. Have you ever read the book by Ryan Holiday, like Ego is the Enemy?
I have not.
Very good book, and the guy that wrote like the Daily Stoic and stuff. So pretty much the premise of that book is, you know, if you've got like a positive message to share, don't let your ego hold you back from putting it out there. I think the people with the biggest egos, because you're so in your own head, you care so much about the external world that you forget about internally what your moral compass wants you to really do. Like, you're conscious, and like, I think a lot of people get like anxiety in their own mind when they're ignoring what their heart's telling them to really lean into and do. And even if it's just a social media post, you know. I remember putting my first bit of content out. Whoa. I didn't even call myself, have my real name in my bio.
Really?
You know, I used to call myself Genghis Khan. You know, like, like the Mongolian warlord Genghis Khan. Yeah. You know, mad story about that, but you know, it took me a year or two to change that name. You know, and it would just be like kind of edgy aesthetic, like taps off photos and stuff. It wasn't really any real value to it.
Yeah.
Because if I felt like if I provided value or actually put effort into something and somebody said it was stupid, then I'd be hurt. But because I wasn't really putting too much effort into it, it'd be fine. But I think that was me. That was me being ego controlled back then. And I think the way you've jumped into it and gave yourself time to like develop and grow as a person to then do it, and you're doing straight in like speaking videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick, man. I wasn't even doing that shit. You know, at the start, I would be fucking terrified to even hear the sound of my monotone fucking voice. You know, but I've learned.
I hate it. I can't watch them back.
Yeah, but you gotta learn to love it. If you can't love it, no one else can. You know.
I know, but I think you're always gonna hate the sound of your own voice, and you just gotta deal with it. You know what I mean?
Just gotta
like,
fucking go, man.
Who cares? It's all fun and games.
Hell yeah. So, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say I think the reason I went right into it with talking over videos is down to, see, like when I've been obviously scrolling through Instagram and all that sort of stuff, it's like when I started my page, I was very aware of what I liked and what I didn't like. So, like, I'm just uploading what I like and what, if I'm scrolling through, what I would want to see. Do you know what I mean? And one of the things that I would like to see is, like, I hate when it's like you come across a video and it's like there's like just a caption that's like, you know, like 4 paragraphs long, and I just look at it and I'm like, it's effort in it.
Don't want to read.
Yeah,
just want to listen.
Yeah, I think it depends what it's for. Do you know what I mean? There is stuff that it's just easier to put in the caption. Fair enough. But for like the sort of stuff that I would upload, I'd rather just speak over it. It's just, I would rather listen to someone speak it, and then if I'm like, oh, okay, I'm enjoying that, I'll have a look at the caption, read through that or whatever it might be, and I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of stuff that I see that I don't like, and I'm like, there's probably a lot of people out there that don't like it.
What's one of the other things that you hate?
Mate, see, the big one for me, right, is see when you come across this unreal looking recipe, right, but then it's like they show you them making it, but they don't show you like exactly like what the ingredients are. They don't show you how much to put in, and then they're like, oh, read the caption if you want the recipe, and you're like, oh, that's easy, I'll just click it, and you click it and it's like, oh, DM me if you want the recipe, or comment recipe if you, and I'll send you.
It's like this
and
like rabbit hole
like,
of
yeah,
getting
like,
put into a weird funnel to get a fucking chicken recipe.
Exactly, and it's fair enough, you're doing it for like your engagements, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I honestly think you'd get a lot more engagement if you just had it there. Because there's probably videos that I would like and save if they just had it there. But as soon as I see that, I'm just like, nah, I see that.
That's the sweet. It's kind of like market research, talking to you right now, which is good.
But I think that's like, so obviously going into my fitness page, I'm just uploading what like I would want to see, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Everyone's got different tastes, you know what I mean? It's like, there'll be people that like it, people that don't like it. It's just how it is.
Do you ever feel like, even now that you're posting on social media and putting content out there, that you have to be someone else?
No.
Like, see, when you are speaking, do you think like, oh, should I go into today with some weird high energy? So like autistic level energy that, like, do you know how some people do that? That's like really in your face, like blows your mind. I'm like, whoa, you ever thought about doing that?
Nah, I've never, but I think that's just because that's not the type of person that I am, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's like, it's like, I don't know, I could probably play some of your voice notes. You're a bit,
mate, I'm crazy sometimes.
I go, mate, I love it.
Yeah.
I think it definitely, you know, makes me feel better.
Yeah, I could knock the crust off someone sometimes.
Yeah, like see if you spoke like I do in my videos, because like I'm just like so monotone, right? If you spoke like to me all the time, I'd just be like,
fuck off.
That's it. Maybe not as harsh as that, but
yeah.
I think just like the energy levels that you come into like your voice notes with, and like the check-ins and all that, and it's just, I love it. I mean, I'm sure everyone does, but I certainly see other people like replying saying that they enjoy it as well, and I think it's
called 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day, running off severely fucking like drained adrenal glands, and just good vibes, man.
Yeah, mate, it's working for you.
It is, mate. It is. I appreciate that. Because like this is even something I struggle with sometimes. It's like, because I go through like parts of the day when I'm really up there, super high energy, but then I'll hit a dip. I'm like, I'm like speaking the way I'm speaking right now, just like, poor. You know, like I'm not trying to like be anyone or anything. I'm just chatting. You know, that's all it is. But sometimes, like, can you be up there all the time? In your own head, it's like, should I? Which is interesting, but I digress. I'm interested. What would you say at this stage? Obviously, you're finishing up the program this month, man. It's been obviously incredible having you. We've made some incredible progress physically, mentally, with your routine, lifestyle, how you're feeling across the board. Start the Instagram and stuff. It's all incredible. Like what kind of this is going to be straight up like marketing, man, more than anything else. But I'm just curious to find out, like, what do you actually honestly have to say about the Peak Performance Project as a whole? And I'm not holding a gun under the table to him and like aim to his nuts or anything.
It's shite, don't say that. Well, mate, I loved it. Right, this is the thing, is I think when we spoke about this last Friday, a week ago today, you know, it's like what we said, this is like, it's like a breakup, do you know what I mean? Except, you know, ending on a good note is...
So we had a prenup. It was 50-50. It wasn't just like take everything.
But nah, well, I'm actually like quite sad that I'm leaving, to be like completely honest with you. But you know, like what we spoke about, I think at the stage I'm at, it's just something that I feel like, not that I have to do, but it's something that I want to, you know, I want to put myself in an uncomfortable position where I don't have you, I don't have Mark, you know, reaching out, oh, how's the week going, how's this, how's that, this is like your calories, this is your training, all that sort of stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm probably still going to, you know, steal some of the workouts and all that.
Of course, mate. Of course.
In terms of like nutrition, obviously I have every week, here's your calories, here's your macros. I want to just put myself in an uncomfortable position where it's not getting done for me. I have to do it. You know, I want to take what I've learned and put it into practice, and basically just reassure myself that I know what I'm doing. And you know, if I do decide that I want to go down the route of being a coach or being a trainer, that I'm like, well, you know, I've done it. You know what I mean? I clearly do know what I'm doing, and I think having that, I'd probably have a wee bit more confidence in myself, that I can be like, oh, 100%. I can go, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 100% confident with what I'm telling you right now. It's, but no, mate, I think I've loved my time in it. It's everything you get. When I signed up, I didn't expect it, to be honest. I think obviously I'd never had an online coach. I didn't know what to expect, but I've never seen like, it's like every day, every single day without fail, Big Mark, he's in the gym, he's uploading a new video, you know what I mean, whether it's tips on different exercises or like your meals or whatever it might be, and then he's always like posting, or let me know what you want to see as well, and I'll post it. And it's just the amount of information that you actually get out of it is mental. And like, I think when I signed up, you sent over an email, and it must have had like what, like 5 or 6 like different attachments in it of just different things, like, you know, a full, all these different meals, like a full meal plan, how to go about it if you've got something on at the weekend, or there's just, I don't know, there's just so much stuff, mate. And it's like such a like-minded community, you know, everyone's got the same goal or a similar goal, you know. I've never had a negative interaction with anyone inside the project. There's guys that I've met once or I've never met, you know what I mean, and they'll like reply to my stories or I'll reply to theirs, and it's just everyone just gets involved, you know what I mean. I was quite, maybe not, a wee bit shy when I signed up, you know, especially like the first live event. I didn't know anyone there, do you know what I mean?
You expect everyone to be fucking chummy, like they know you, like they've been here for years and they're all fucking best mates, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But then it's like I would go down and see the amount of people I spoke to that like, oh, I've been in the project for a couple of weeks or a couple of months or whatever it might be, and it's like my first live event, like the amount of people that I got to know and like with what they do you know what I mean? It's like there's just so many connections. Like everyone's in a different line of work. And it's like, it just makes you think about other things about, you know, well, is what I'm doing, is that what I actually want to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's probably probably run into people doing jobs that you like never even knew about.
Yeah.
And it's just
Some clients tell me what they do, and I'm like, what the fuck even is that? Straight up, like I've never heard that role in my life. It's like fair play, like incredible. No, I love that, man. I love that.
It's gonna sound like I'm just pure. Like I don't know, I just. I can't say. There's certain things I can't say, right? But,
I love you.
No, it's gonna seem like I'm just saying it for like the sake of it or whatever. But no, I mean, I think everything from day one, it's just like, you know, you never feel left out or like you're not getting enough attention. You're always like, I don't know. It's like the amount of times it's like. It comes like the Thursday or the Friday, and it's just wee simple things like, you know, it's like a message from Mark just asking how your week's going, simple things like that, or you like to send out the voice note with your 1,000 milligrams of caffeine, just, you know, hyping you up for the weekend. You're like, I feel great going into this. And even check-ins, mate. I think there's sometimes I feel like, you know, I don't. If I'm in the gym or I don't feel as motivated or whatever, and it's like you just get a video. Obviously a video check-in for you, and it's like the first thing you hear is, "Oh, look at those fucking shoulders, you know, those quads, wow!" And you're just like, "What do you think so?" You know what I mean? It's like, it made me blush here, but it's just wee simple things like that. There's just
what I've tried to create into the program is what I always thought I needed myself. Like it's all an extension of everything that I ever wanted. Like going through, I've been doing this 10 years now in fitness, and you need shoulder to shoulder connection and community. You need a brotherhood of people around you that are on a similar path and, you know, similar journey. You need not only one person but another person of two. Like Mark is like the back end of the week, I'm the front end of the week, and it's like together we're fucking spit roasting you to give you like what you need to hear when you need to hear it, give you the love and support when you fucking just need it as well, and just creating a platform that I think generally men generally need to improve their physical and mental health across the board. Because when you get someone G'ing you up and getting you moving through, that's class. But then you got somebody telling you to get your fucking head out your ass. You need that as well, man. You need, you know, the compression and the compassion at the same time. And then match that with like a client like yourself who's one coachable, committed. It's a really good recipe for a big positive change. You know, and I think it's. I appreciate those words, man. It's nice.
Yeah, I think obviously I've said all good things, but like you said, it's not like if you go off plan or you deviate. Obviously, to a certain extent, you know, there is certain things that might be out with your control, and obviously you'll understand that. But if you're just taking the piss with it, like, you know what I mean, you will know. You'll give us a kick up the arse. It's like when you're doing good and you're on track, everything's great. But you know, if you do deviate, you will get a kick up the arse. And at the end of the day, that is what you're paying for. Do you know what I mean? If you're not going to do it, who is?
Bro, love ain't lies is a good quote, and it's like if you're bullshitting yourself and someone doesn't call you out on that, that's not real love. Yeah. You know, I love all my clients, the fucking bottom of my heart, man. And it's my fucking responsibility to sometimes have some tough conversations, you know, and make it fucking happen. Because otherwise, you know, if nothing changes, nothing changes.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know, and you'll be stuck. But yeah, like you were saying, you can see through the bullshit. Yeah. It's like, oh, you know, I've nailed everything this week, but nothing's changed. It's like, oh, am I going to have to call NASA and you know, you must be a special type of person here that, you know, you've done all of this, but nothing's changed. Really? Why? It's like, well, maybe in that fucking full birthday cake you ate on Sunday. Yeah, I know. Then report.
I promise you, I've been 600 calories below my maintenance every day, but I've put on 3 kilos now. Yeah, okay, mate.
Yeah, you get that though. You get that. But hey, what time we setting at? Still got a wee couple of minutes here, but. Nah, dude, I just want to, more than anything else, share some gratitude with you for trusting myself, trusting the team over the course of the entire journey. It's been great having you. Love seeing you develop as a man, as a leader, as a client, as a friend. And brought back whatever you do going forward in life. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate. Absolute pleasure.
No, mate, it goes both ways, and as we spoke about last Friday, like when I was making a decision about leaving or not, I knew that you wouldn't have took it badly or had anything negative to say. But one thing I didn't expect was when I said I was leaving, it wasn't a case of alright, okay, that's great. I mean, it's been fun, blah blah blah. Straight away you were just on the ball, like, well, if you want to go down the route of coaching, whatever, like, what can I do for you? What can me and Mark do? Like, is there anything that you need from us at all? Do you know what I mean? And even like with the position I'm in, where I don't really know what I will be doing or if I will go down that route, you're just like, well, if you change your mind, just give me a message. That's it. It's like, it's more than just a coach and client. I think
Ever a number, man. And if honestly, if I can see a client come on board, have an incredible transformation across the board, physical, mental, stay the fucking period of time which you have, and that gives me confidence in my service, it's like, that's pretty good retention, from a business standpoint. But not only that, but like client journey, like the different phases, the different changes, everything we can run through can actually take you through a really skilled progression of training and everything, nutrition, lifestyle, etc. But then for you now to end on terms, really, really good terms, come on a podcast, be able to articulate what you want to articulate, tell me honestly, and for us to, be able to facilitate any further growth, or, just do shit like this, have a podcast. I like train. When you sent me the message, I was like, Jog, just go train.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew. So it was like, I'll come train, we'll hang out, we'll actually chat. And that's what it's all about, man. If you, as I say at the start, if you arrive in a limo, you come on, you get all this cool stuff, you get a great service. I want you to finish on good terms, because it's like fucking one life, man. Enjoy the process and make every client feel like it was worth their while. And that's what I want to do for anyone that comes on. It's like, it's not just your run-of-the-mill service we're trying to do here. We want to make it as good as possible. I'm not saying every client will get a podcast and looking at the camera. It's fucking not made of money. But it's great to do this, because I have really enjoyed seeing the kind of evolution of Joey.
Yeah.
It's been sick.
No, mate, it's been good. One thing that I don't think I've actually said to you is, see, when I first signed on, I signed up for 6 months straight away off the bat, right? My intentions when I signed up was, I'll do the 6 months and then, most likely that'll be it. But I enjoyed it that much. I was like, I'm just gonna keep going around. And then obviously you said about doing the photo shoot, and I was like, do you know what? I don't see myself leaving. So, like, within the next short period of time. So I was like, I'll sign up, I'll do it, I'll stay on for a little bit, and it's obviously that's another goal to work towards. But probably when I signed up for the photo shoot, I probably wasn't expecting to be parting ways right after it. But
mate, mine goes,
life changes,
mate, 100%.
Stuff comes up.
That's it, bro, that's it. But you ended on a fucking high, we'll give you that.
That's it.
Boom. Any final words for the listeners?
Don't think so.
Oh, sweet.
I'm not full of the words of wisdom, to be honest. Nah.
Need more caffeine. It's too late for more caffeine.
I'll be going to my bed in a couple of hours.
Yeah, I've had a long day. Two cans of I think a Monster and a Knocko. A massive workout. This is the second podcast of the day.
Is it?
Yeah. And done some consultancy this morning. But yeah, what a fucking way to wind down the working week on a Friday, brother. Pleasure having you on. Let's wrap this up.
Always a pleasure.
Smashed it. Boom. Nice one.